Hi, everybody. It is Wednesday, August 25th, so day 25 of VEDA. Um, so today we are talking about who inspires us on the internet. And I, it is such a hard list to even begin to talk about because there's so many people who do in so many ways. Um, for starters, I would like to talk about our lovely um, Ashley over at Writing to Reach You. Um, Clearly, she is inspirational because she got all of us together and started this amazing, amazing month of vlogging for us. So clearly, she's inspirational in that way. And also, I find her debt blog very inspirational. And I've written and told her a little bit before of how great I think her honesty about finances is. It's really, really refreshing um, and her openness about it and about her like hunger for wanting to be out of debt has definitely more than once made me go to pick up something like when I'm at CVS or something and I've looked at it and gone, do I really need that? Do I need to spend that money? Do I have better things I can do with that money? Yes, and has made me like look at my budget in new ways and really, really take the idea of having a budget seriously instead of weighing it every month. So thank you, Ashley, for that. Who else? I've mentioned before Carrie over at Your Wish Cake, and I think that she's just this incredibly sweet and just a delightful personality, and I always feel happier after having read her, which I feel like is such an inappropriate word to use because I feel like it doesn't say enough, but just feeling lighter. And she's another one with the honesty. It's just, I love being able to read her posts and go, oh, I'm so glad you said it. Me too. And so that's another one. I love another Ashley over at Our Little Apartment. She has made me reevaluate a lot of the choices I make and how they affect our planet and just the ways to just live your life but still be really green about it and to make wise choices. And um, she was the one who told me about the No Impact Project and No Impact Man, the documentary, and watching that was pretty mind-blowing and I loved it. And now I tell people about that all the time. And of course, she and her husband are expecting a baby like any minute now. And the way she seems to be handling that with such grace is completely inspirational. And there was somebody else specifically who I wanted to talk about. I'm going to look at my reader. You just hold on a second. Oh, of course. Duh. Nicole Antoinette over at Nicole is Better, More is Better. More is Better? One or the other. She is such a gutsy girl, and I love it. I've definitely had a few times when I'm like, I'm scared to do this, and then thought, what would Nicole do? And so there's the funny name thing there, but like, I don't know. I want what would Nicole Antoinette do bracelets or something, because she has inspired me to be better about saying yes and to really being honest with myself and what I want, and to sometimes and to just go for it sometimes even if you don't completely understand it, and to just really really live an honest, gutsy life. And looking at the reader again, and there is one girl, she goes just by E. She writes the blog she writes on Tumblr actually, and it's 125. She is she's Canadian. She lives in Toronto, and she is her blog mostly started as a weight loss blog, trying to get to her goal weight of 125. And I've been reading her for over a year now, and just she's another one. It's the honesty with which she is sharing her journey towards that goal, her successes and her setbacks. And she's currently training for the Chicago Marathon, and I'm hoping we'll be able to meet up when she's here, because she's so much fun to read. I love her. I always look forward to her posts. I'm looking at my reader like I'm going to be able to pick more, and there's just so many. And all of you guys doing this VEDA project have totally been inspirational too, in a way that, like, it makes me want to come back and do this every day and watch people's videos and comment. And it's never like, oh, I have to do that because I said I would do it. I want to do it because I want to participate in this conversation with you guys, and I think that's really special. Something I want to talk about quick that is an offline inspiration is RVA. I volunteer for Rape Victim Advocates. It's a organization in Chicago that provides support to sexual assault survivors. I'm a volunteer medical advocate and prevention educator, and the people there, the people who work for RVA, volunteer for RVA, are so amazing. They're just so passionate about what they do, and their desire to, like, blow the lid off, like, the more controversial and taboo stuff surrounding sexual assault, to make it part of a more public conversation, and just generally raise awareness. And while being trained by the staff there, like, the stuff that they have to deal with day in and day out is so hard and heavy, and they are able to approach it with joy in a way that, like, I know when I tell people, like, what my volunteer work is, basically medical advocates, they go to the hospital when a sexual assault survivor comes in, and we go and we advocate for them, make sure they're getting treated the way they should be treated, and having their needs met, and whether they be legal or medical or just providing crisis intervention, we are there solely for them. And usually the reaction is, oh, like, that must be so hard, and that must be, I can't imagine doing that. And I always kind of feel awkward, because I feel so happy about what RVA does as a whole, and it's funny because that reaction almost makes you feel like you shouldn't be like, oh, I love this work, and I do, and it's because of that that common goal that we're all working for. But the people who work there are crazy inspirational. So if you live in the Chicago area and you have any interest in sexual assault education, prevention, or just want somewhere to volunteer or intern, if you're in social work, counseling, anything like that, I highly, highly recommend checking out RVA. They're wonderful, and lots of cities have similar places if you're interested in fighting the good fight against sexual assault. So I guess that's all for tonight. I've talked for a really long time, but I don't think I'm going to edit it. I think I'm going to leave it as is. So bless you if you made it this far, and I can't wait to hear what everybody else has said about their inspirations. Good night.